Matthew McConaughey, the acclaimed actor known for his charismatic presence and adventurous spirit, once shared a fascinating tale about an experience that led him to engage in an intense, WWE-style wrestling match in a remote African village. This story begins with a peculiar and deeply personal event that occurred while he was staying in a hotel in Dublin, Ireland. It was during a night of rest that McConaughey had a dream so vivid and immersive that it felt more like a calling than a mere subconscious wandering. In this dream, he found himself floating leisurely downstream on his back along the mighty Amazon River. The water was warm and enveloping, carrying him gently through the dense, lush wilderness. But this was no ordinary float. His body was entwined by massive anacondas and pythons, their scales pressing against his skin in a strangely comforting manner. These serpents coiled around him not in aggression but almost protectively, as if they were part of some ancient ritual or natural harmony. Surrounding him in the river were creatures that would terrify most people. Crocodiles lurking just beneath the surface with their jagged jaws and piercing eyes, piranhas darting in schools with their razor-sharp teeth glinting in the sunlight, and even a few freshwater sharks gliding silently nearby, their fins cutting through the water like silent sentinels. Yet in this dreamscape McConaughey felt no fear. Instead, a profound sense of peace washed over him, as if he were in perfect sync with the wild elements around him. To his left, along the river's ridge, stood an endless line of African tribesmen, shoulder to shoulder, stretching as far as his vision could reach. They were silent observers, their presence adding a layer of mystery and cultural depth to the scene. The dream unfolded in precisely 11 frames, lasting exactly 11 seconds, each moment etched with clarity and intensity. And then, in a surge of emotion and release, he experienced a profound climax, awakening with a start but carrying the vision's essence deep within him. This dream wasn't just a fleeting nighttime fantasy for McConaughey, it became a pivotal inspiration that propelled him into action. He interpreted it as a sign, a subconscious message urging him to embark on a journey to Africa, the continent that had appeared so prominently in his vision through the tribesmen. The Amazon setting blended with African elements created a hybrid call to adventure, blending the wild rivers of South America with the vast landscapes of Africa. Motivated by this inner pull, he decided to follow through without hesitation. He booked a one-way ticket to Bamako, the bustling capital city of Mali in West Africa, a place known for its rich history, vibrant markets, and as a gateway to the Sahara Desert and the Niger River. The choice of a one-way ticket symbolized his commitment to an open-ended exploration, free from the constraints of a return date, allowing the journey to unfold organically. Upon arriving in Bamako, McConaughey immersed himself in the local culture, absorbing the sights, sounds, and smells of the city. The streets were alive with vendors selling colorful fabrics, spices, and handmade crafts, while the air carried the rhythm of traditional music and the chatter of multiple languages. But his adventure was just beginning. From Bamako, he hitchhiked for 9 grueling hours to reach Mopti, a port city situated at the confluence of the Niger and Bani rivers. Mopti is often called the Venice of Africa, due to its waterways and boat traffic, serving as a hub for trade and travel into the interior regions. The hitchhike itself was an experience filled with uncertainty, riding in the back of trucks loaded with goods, sharing stories with locals, and navigating the dusty roads under the relentless sun. It was during these moments that McConaughey began to feel the transformation, shedding his Hollywood persona and embracing the raw authenticity of travel. In Mopti, fate introduced him to a local guide named Issa, a knowledgeable and friendly man who owned a boat and was well-versed in navigating the rivers and connecting with remote villages. Issa became more than just a guide. He was a companion who helped McConaughey delve deeper into the heart of Mali. To maintain a low profile and avoid the distractions of his celebrity status, McConaughey chose to conceal his true identity. He introduced himself simply as David, a man who pursued 2 passions, boxing and writing. This alias allowed him to interact with people on a genuine level, without the preconceptions that come with fame. As David the boxer and writer, he shared tales of fictional fights and literary pursuits, blending elements of his real life with invented details to create a believable backstory. Word spread quickly through the villages along the river about this mysterious stranger who claimed to be a champion boxer. The locals, intrigued by tales of strength and skill from afar, began to approach him with curiosity and challenges. In one particular small village, nestled amid the arid landscapes and thatched-roof huts, the atmosphere grew electric when the villagers learned of his supposed prowess. The community, bound by traditions of wrestling and physical contests as a way to prove valor and entertain, saw an opportunity for excitement. Standing before McConaughey was a towering figure, a much larger, shirtless man whose physique spoke of years of labor and natural strength. This man, more able-bodied and imposing, wore nothing but a simple burlap sack tied around his waist, a makeshift garment that highlighted his raw, unadorned power. The challenger pointed assertively at McConaughey's chest, then to his own, and finally toward a large dirt pit in the center of the village. This pit, carved out from the earth and surrounded by eager spectators, served as the arena for local wrestling matches, reminiscent of WWE spectacles with their dramatic flair and crowd involvement, though grounded in ancient tribal customs. McConaughey turned to Issa for guidance, and his guide responded with a knowing smile, revealing that the man was Michel, the undisputed champion wrestler of the village. Michel's reputation preceded him. He was a legend among his people, having bested countless opponents in bouts that tested endurance, strategy, and sheer force. At that moment, McConaughey's heart began to race, a mix of adrenaline and apprehension surging through his veins. The dream that had brought him here flashed in his mind, the peace amid danger, the tribesmen watching, the call to embrace the unknown. He heard an inner voice, his own whisper of encouragement, "Take the challenge or you will forever regret not knowing. Leave your scent." This phrase, "leave your scent," symbolized marking one's presence, committing fully to the experience and imprinting it on one's life story. Rising to the occasion, McConaughey stood tall, pointed to his chest, then to Michel's, and strode confidently toward the pit. The villagers erupted in excitement, their cheers and chants filling the air like a thunderous roar. The scene was chaotic yet exhilarating, children scampering for better views, elders nodding in approval, and the entire community buzzing with anticipation.